On today's success story with Systeme.io, we jump on the phone with Bhebs Hernandez. She's based in the Philippines and she shares her story of how she was already building funnels and helping course creators and coaches launch their businesses with a profitable funnel while also simplifying their tech stack with Systeme.io. And then people kept coming and asking her, "Hey, how'd you do that? How are you doing this? How can I build my own business in that same approach?" And so in 2020, she started to actually teach Filipino freelancers how to build their own profitable funnels for their clients. So, welcome to today's episode with Bebs Hernandez as she explains how she takes tech and funnels less overwhelming so that her clients, her customers, and her students can all create profitable funnel businesses. Welcome back to another success story with Systeme.io. Today we have the lovely privilege of sitting with someone from the Philippines, Bebs Hernandez, and I can't wait to dive into all the goodies you have going on over there on multiple little businesses. So thank you for being here with us today.
Thanks for having me here, Holly. Hello, everyone.
So we were chit chatting a little bit before we dove in, and already she was telling me a little bit about how things kind of operate. But let's pump the brakes and back up a little bit. Can you share a little bit of your marketing background or, did you train for digital marketing? How did you get from point A to point Z with all the great things that you're doing now with System.io and automations?
Okay, so I'm I'm a marketing graduate, but my transition into funnels and automation wasn't planned at all. I actually started my online journey as a virtual assistant for an ads agency, and my tasks back then were very simple. I do video editing, creating graphics for banner ads. Nothing much about funnels, nothing about systems. Then my client just one day asked me, "Hey, if you could you replace the copy, the images here on this landing page?" And then, of course, I said yes, even if I really don't know that time what I was doing. And I didn't even realize that landing page was a part of a funnel. They ran ads on it. So that's all I know. And then people click and then they want those visitors to opt in. I was completely clueless about funnels. And at that time, is I really enjoyed doing it. I started to enjoy doing those things and kept asking for more to my clients. And so I enjoyed designing funnels. I enjoyed designing those landing pages. So when I left that client, I decided to explore more on funnel design seriously. So I left being a VA, I completely transitioned myself into funnels. But during those time, no one in the Philippines was really teaching funnel design or funnel building. I did find one webinar, but unfortunately, that speaker wasn't offering any program, any course. So I had to learn everything by myself through trial and error and a lot self study. So
Yeah.
I
Okay.
so eventually I learned how to build the funnels in different platforms. I haven't introduced. I don't know system.io that time. So at first the only thinking is I will make those landing pages pretty and have clean setups. so so later on, as I worked with business owners, I realized this one thing. Pretty pages don't really make money. Systems do. So that's the aha moment for me that time. So the businesses don't just need those nice looking pages, they need a full system behind it, a strategy, a flow, automation, a structure that helps them scale faster without the overwhelm. And that's what pushed me to become a funnel and automation specialist, because once I connected all those pieces, I saw how powerful a well built system can be for any business.
I really love how you've connected all those pieces together and created a system and automations. Now, what if you're, someone like me or someone who's just stepping foot into funnels? What are some things that you should do, best practices for building your very first funnel so you don't have that overwhelm or headache that some people get?
So, the first thing that you should do is think of who is your audience, because from there you can think of what actually the product or offer that you can give to your audience that they will be interested.
Okay. So you're saying that the offer has to match your audience. What kind of offers do you do? Are they PDFs? Is it a course, a private podcast, a webinar? Like, what are the different offers that you coach your clients to use or you teach others to use?
Okay, so what I told my clients and even my students, the most effective one is giving a webinar or a pre-recorded videos, because nowadays um people are just opting in. They are freebie seekers most of the time. We have a lot of freebie seekers there that they want to get a PDF, and then after that, once they see that in their inbox, and then it will just sleep there. Unlike those people who are there are people who are very interested on what you're gonna talking about, what's your expertise, and they will see that if you show up through a video, through a webinar. So that's, I can say that webinar will give you a high converting funnel, or will lead more conversion than just PDF files,
Mm.
or simply just graphics, or anything else. So again, video is a highly recommended, for especially if you want it to be known as an expert for a specific field.
Mhm. Okay. So once you get the video, you get them in, how do you trigger the next steps, the upsells, downsells, the tripwire? How have you customized your funnels that make them unique?
Oh, so if they if they have already inside your system, your email list. So actually, email list is very, very important, especially if you're starting out your business. So don't forget to do a lead magnet, or your lead generation. So it is also very, very important to actually create your flow, or your workflows, or what you call it, nurturing sequence. So email nurturing sequence, so that once, from the time they see you, they will not actually forget you, because you're touching them through their emails. They will continuously know about you, what you can offer to your audience. So from there, you can start offering things. For example, you have a digital product, you can offer that to your audience. And if you have if you have a service, you can offer to book a consultation with you, something like that. Everything through email, because nowadays um entrepreneurs are thinking that all they need to do is create a content in social media, post there. They don't even realize that they still need to build their email list, because social media can go down anytime.
Yep.
So at least if you have your own email list, um, you can, even if the social media is down, you can still continue on connecting to your audience through their emails, you know.
Mhm. So, do you recommend multiple lead magnets or lead generating freebies?
As much as possible, yes, as much as possible, so that you can actually funnel them, you know. From, it's not that from the very first time they saw you, that's it.
Mhm.
Most of the time people don't buy right away. So you have to continue nurturing them until they feel that, okay, maybe this is the right time to invest to this person, or to get what she has to offer, you know.
Mhm.
So, yes, multiple funnels, you need that. And not really stopping from giving advice, or providing value to your audience. So don't stop doing that. You can always you can always send emails to your email list, continue nurturing them, because there are times, especially the beginners, especially the beginners, after they set up their lead generation funnel or any funnels they have, they stop sending emails to those
Yep.
people. So it's the reality. And I've been there when I was starting out. So I have this freebie, and then later on they will not gonna, after 7 days of email nurturing sequence, is I'm gone. So they forget about me. So that's actually the mistake, the one mistake that every entrepreneurs don't should not do. So they should continue to show up, not only on social media, but also on their inbox, the inbox of your
Yep.
audience.
Yep. Consistency, multiple touch points. And so now that we've kind of dove into systems and funnels, let's talk about when you transitioned or introduced System.io into your systems. Because you said it wasn't there when you got started. You were using other software and tech.
Mhm.
When were you introduced to System.io? And did you move everything there, or are you still kind of some things are here, some things are here? I'd
Mhm.
love to hear how you're utilizing System.io.
Okay, so as I started working with more clients, I kept seeing the same pattern over and over again. So they were using so many tools just to build one single funnel. So they have separate platform for the landing page, and a separate for email marketing, and another for checkout, and another like a Zapier to tie everything together. It was really complicated and stressful. And honestly, one mistake could break the entire thing, could break the whole thing.
Yep.
Then I realized I was doing the exact same thing in my own business. So when I first launched my coaching program in way back 2020, I had a course platform in one tab, and the checkout system in another tab, and I have email marketing tool, WordPress for my landing page. So every little update felt like, oh my god, it's a headache. So I was I was it it was really overwhelming, and it slowed me down. Then a friend of mine told me that, hey, you should try System.io. Say what? System? Without E. So no. So she sent me the exact word. So System.io. So I checked it out, and that was the turning point. So Right away, I saw that it had everything that I needed in one place. So the landing page, email marketing, automation, courses. It's like, oh my God, this is what I'm looking for. So all inside in one simple dashboard.
Yep.
And the best part, it didn't feel heavy or complicated. It was so clean, straightforward, and very easy to learn. So what I did, I moved everything. So the entire system that I have, back in 20, that's 2022 already. So like the freebie, the webinar, my sales page, the course, everything, and it completely simplified how I worked.
Yep.
So so you know what what used what used to take me like hours across multiple platform, I could now do inside one tool faster and with way less stress. So because before Systeme.io, I then enrolled students like around 15 students every launch I have. So after switching to Systeme.io, that enroll list jumped to 40 to 50 students per launch.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
And also my leads also increased because the whole flow was smoother and everything worked together, seamlessly.
Yep.
And the best part of that is I could launch again and again with so much less effort because the entire system was already set up. So I finally had time to improve my program, serve my students better, and bring in more funnel design clients instead of
Mhm.
just consistently fighting with the entire tech thing, juggling multiple platforms. So now I have this all in this just single platform, and it has everything.
It has
So
everything.
yeah.
And
So
so
that's how I discovered Systeme.io. It solved the exact pain I was dealing with, and it solved the exact pain I kept seeing my clients has. And that's why I recommend it so confidently to my students and my clients, even though I can work with other platforms. System.io became my primary tool because it is the most beginner friendly, practical, and affordable platform you can use to grow your
yep.
business. Because a lot of clients and students are beginners or small business owners. They don't have, sometimes they don't have huge budget, and they don't want complicated tech, but System.io makes it easy. The interface is clean. Um, you don't need to be techy, and you can build your first funnel, set up automation, send emails, and even start an affiliate program in one place. Unlike another platform, you have to
Yep.
pay much more. you know so that's why the pricing is a huge advantage in System.io. Instead of paying for five different tools, you can literally start for free and upgrade only when you're ready. So I can say the platform really, the platform grows with you, which is a big deal for beginners who just want to launch and start earning without overwhelm.
Exactly. 100% is you hit the nail on the head. I think a lot of people are saying the same thing. It's affordable, it's simple, it grows with you. You can invest when it's time for you, not
Mm-hmm.
a lot of those tools out there, they want money up front and you're not making any money yet. So now that it became your number one tool, you said you created a coaching program
Mm-hmm.
and you also have funnel design clients. Are both your businesses in System.io for both of those niches?
Actually, in System.io mostly is for my students.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, um, I introduced System.io to my students when I started this. After I discovered System.io, I started to tell my students that, hey, you need you as a freelancer, you also need a system for yourself, and since you're just starting out, you should start with the System.io. And of course, I started some tutorials inside my class, and they build their own websites, their funnels, because I always tell my students that having an email list is very important to start your business. So that's why I really really encourage them, not only them but also in my community. I am encouraging them to actually start creating a lead generation funnel or lead magnet, maybe a System.io template or PDF, since most of my students and most of my audience can't really create videos, so they're still afraid to do that. But yeah, maybe in the future, so they will take my advice on creating videos for themselves, because it's really high converting if
Mm-hmm.
you know if people can see you as an expert, not just on PDFs.
Yeah. So let's talk about your coaching and who you're speaking to. So within System.io, you're a coach. You have courses and teaching and tutorials. Talk about the why. Why are you coaching, these people, and what are you coaching and how are you coaching? Like, tell us about the program, but really tell us about the heart behind why you're doing what you're doing.
So at first, so when I started learning funnel design, and my friends see that, oh, you got a lot of clients, how did you do that, how did you start learning funnel design, can you share me resources, course or anything, can you teach me? Okay, so I said, hang on there. Hang on there, I don't know any course yet, but I will tell you when I saw one. So then I think, then at back of my mind, okay, so I want to help them. Actually, I helped one first for free. It's not because I want to teach, it's because they keep asking. They keep asking. And then later on I realized that, okay, so the number is getting bigger. So I can't focus on my clients if I will teach all of them. So I put everything on a course, and because I want to help, but how can I help them if I need also money from client work? So so okay, so if they're really really interested, they will gonna pay me for sure. So I started to beta test, to know how many people, wait list first, how many people are interested. And then I was so shocked that that a lot of me. So back then I was using Google form to get their
Mm-hmm.
email address. The Google form to get their email address. And then I was shocked that, oh my god, there's a lot. I can't handle them on a Zoom call. Okay, so I started to pause my client work, funnel design clients, and focus on the enrollment for them. And
Mhm.
then from there, I I actually love teaching. I started I started to love teaching during those times. So when so we did Zoom call. We did. I also do pre-recorded videos because it's really really hard to demonstrate. What's going on. How you can add this thing. Even it's a drag and drop builder.
Mhm.
so so I need to record everything, and then every single week we have a Zoom call so that I can see if they have any progress. And then from that time, it's um it was really, I can say that it's a side hustle for me. Yes,
Yeah.
because the course is, since it's already built, it's already recorded everything. So it's a recurring revenue for me, and I can put it aside and go back. So I went back to my client work, and since the system is still going and going, I can relaunch over and over again, because I have already the nurturing sequence and other webinars that they can watch, and everything. So so from there, um I didn't really focus on the coaching part. I focus on the client part, because the modules is already there. Um I only show up to them every single week. I mean, once a week, to check their progress, to check what's their problem. It's like an weekly accountability.
Yep.
So because everything is already there, they actually don't have any question for me. Every week we have a session. They don't have any question for me. It's like we're just okay. We're on a Zoom call. Oh, what's happened?
How
Do
you
you have any
doing?
struggle? Any struggle inside the course? So most of my students, the only struggle is, of course, everyone's struggle is the showing up part to get clients. So
Mm.
that's why we need this weekly accountability calls, so that I can still give some feedback or advices on how they can get clients, to
Yep.
keep them accountable in showing up, because showing up for your business is very important. So even if you have the system in place, but you don't show up, your business will suffer.
Yep. Because you're the
Because
face.
yes, and also, there's no one else who will tell about your business but yourself.
So, you had shared that you got an award from Systeme.io from this coaching program.
Yes.
So it's a little side hustle, but enough for recognition, correct?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. And so it says that a lot of, gives people if you can create the machine, systemize it, automate
Yes.
it, you can leave it and just kind of check in, nurture it here and there, and then keep running your other business. That's the real bread and
Yes.
butter for your business.
Yes. And even in my business, so right now I am still a solopreneur. So I
Oh,
don't hire. I didn't hire anyone like a VA or anyone, because the automation can actually, you can actually automate some things on your business. So take advantage of automation part of Systeme.io. It's very helpful.
so speaking of System.io, can you talk about a success story of a great funnel, like a high converting funnel that you've created for a client?
Okay, so a high converting funnel for a client. So actually, um, I have this client um, that is struggling with her digital product. So same. So she had amazing content. She had a lot of audience and even an offer that's really amazing. But the tech side was really overwhelming to her. So she was using, just like me before, multiple platforms. She had a course, emails, and checkouts and everything. And she was really frustrated because nothing is going on, even she showed up every day, so so I know how frustrating that was. So
She needed a system.
so so when she came to me, we moved her entire system in Systeme.io. So
Wow.
I literally rebuild her funnel, the automation set up, and streamlined everything, the pages, check out, especially the tagging. Yes,
Yeah.
the tagging, emails, all in Systeme.io. Well, the result, that is really incredible. Within her first launch using Systeme.io, she made more sales in 7 days than she had in her previous 4 months combined.
Wow.
So, yes,
That's amazing.
yes, and it wasn't because that her offer suddenly changed. We didn't change any of her offer. It's as is. So it was because the system finally worked. It didn't, it didn't break because you know we built everything inside Systeme.io, so the funnel loads way faster, the
Yep.
checkout was so seamless, the automations fired correctly, and she could even actually understand how to manage the back end herself. So that was great because I actually told her that, okay, after this you can actually, you don't need a VA because you can actually manage everything by yourself. So if
Yep.
you need a funnel designer or the designer, then I'm here, but you don't need someone to do the back end because you can do it.
Mhm.
Yes.
So you're saving
So
people money even more.
yes, and the another thing is her lead generation. So her lead generation also skyrocketed. Her opt-in funnel brought in over, I think that's 1,200 or plus new subscribers in just
Wow.
few weeks. So that's without even running paid ads.
All organic. That's
Yes, all
amazing.
organic. So because she has an amazing content, she just don't have the right system.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
that so this experience really taught me that success isn't just about the strategy or content. It's about having a system that actually works. So Systeme.io removed the tech headaches and allowed her funnels to run smoothly and gave her the confidence to scale her business without feeling overwhelmed. Then that's when I realized, if you give your clients the right system, everything else like leads, sales, growth, they follow naturally.
Yep. Yep. So, speaking of this system that you could create for your clients, I saw on your website that you have different approaches to your funnels, such as swipes method or the ACDE method. Are those your specific, or is this kind of like a best practice in the funnel world? Or, can you elaborate a little bit on those?
Okay, so honestly, My that strategy is well, I call it ACDE, just simple as that. ACDE. So this method is also something I teach to my student in Elite Funnel Designers Academy. So this method, so let's break it down. A is for asking questions. So before I design anything, I ask the right questions because there are so many types of funnels. There are lead generation or opt-in funnel, webinar, product, membership, a lot. And also every business is different. So I need to understand exactly what will work for them, who is their audience,
Yeah.
um what problem are we solving, what's the goal of the funnel. This is to ensure that we create a strategy that actually converts,
Yep.
the customer's journey from leads to becoming a customer. Then C is for collecting assets. So there I gather everything I need, like the copy, branding, images, freebies if they have access to their platform. Because having all those assets, uh, having those assets ready, and that makes me build smoothly and
Yep.
prevents back and forth later. So when that time comes, I'm not bothering the clients anymore. So just give me those assets and I'll do the rest. And then D is for the design and wireframe.
Hmm.
So I wireframe the funnel and design the layout. I show that to the clients when it what it looks like before building in Systeme.io. This step keeps everything clear, organized, and focused on conversion. So E is for execute. So that's is where I finally bring it all inside Systeme.io. So the pages, tagging, automations, emails, checkout, every part is designed to work together seamlessly to generate leads and sales. This ACDE method keeps keeps my process structured and intentional. And because Systeme.io is so user friendly, I can build funnels quickly without sacrificing quality, making this method or this approach highly effective for clients.
That sounds amazing. It's a great framework for
Mhm.
someone who wants to become a funnel designer, and it allows them to be able to get all the things that they need with a very systemized order. I love it.
Mhm.
Absolutely love it. And I bet your students are learning a lot and able to implement this quickly. They just have to have that accountability. Go find clients.
Yes, go find clients.
I know it's easier to say than do. So, with all of that, how do you balance the work life overwhelm? I'm a mom of five, so I know what it's like to try to like balance all that. But how do you balance work life with home life?
So actually, um my husband is right now my a full-time husband. So yeah, so a full-time husband, so he takes care of the kids. um he takes care of the kids. So it's like we switch positions, or we switch places. So I do the work, and then I do the work, I provide, and he do all those things here inside the house and taking care of the kids and all. But when it but since I'm a funnel designer, not all the time is I'm in front of the computer and building funnels, because building funnels really don't take too much time, you know.
Mhm.
Sometimes business owner thinks that building funnels will take them weeks or
Yep.
days to build, but actually it will only take, like, let's say for the lead generation funnel, just sit down, take some templates, okay? Take some templates on Systeme.io. It's
Yep.
working. And just make some changes, the pictures, the graphics, if you know how to do the graphics. But it's not really a big deal if you don't have any graphics. But if you have that offer already, just put it in there. And then the email, it's very easy to set up. And after that, okay, so you can go outside, play with your kids, or have some life, because you can leave your funnel, and then it will do the work for you. Something like that. You know, not all the time I have to be, I have to be in front of my computer to build funnels for my clients, because it will not really takes time to build, you know.
Yeah. Yep.
It's just so happened that there are business owners who don't really have time, or not really patient on building funnels, so that's the time that I came in.
Yeah, now's the time to come in because they don't have the patience or know-how. With the years of
Yes.
experience that you have, you can duplicate funnels. If you have a really good,
Mhm.
high-performing one, you just can duplicate, add it into their account, and then with that, you got affiliate links as well, and you can really systemize your business and not reinvent the wheel every time you need a new funnel.
Yes,
So,
that's another good thing with System.io. You can actually, transfer what you currently have
mhm,
that is highly converting, and transfer it to another System.io user, and plug it to their platform. So it's very easy already right now. Unlike before, that you really need to hire someone to do it inside your platform.
yep. So, we know that there's some secrets and, little things you
You
can
know.
do. But what is the biggest mistake you see people doing when they try to make it themselves and they have no clue what they're doing?
The biggest mistake, I can say that I can say that when they are building their first funnel, they're trying to do too much. You know, they want a full website. They want multiple funnels. They want complex automations and a perfect design, all before they even launch. It becomes overwhelming, and sometimes, they never finish. With
Yep.
System.io, this is easy to avoid. You can start simple, a single opt-in. So like I mentioned earlier, you can grab any templates there, and then, create one automation, single automation. So you can create that, and one follow-up email. The platform is already an all-in-one, so you don't need multiple tools, and is so easy everything is so easy to navigate. um so by focusing on the basics first, like collecting leads and delivering your clear offer, entrepreneurs can launch quickly, test what works, and scale later. It keeps
Mhm.
the process simple, it reduces stress, and actually gets results without the overwhelm.
Yep.
um don't think like you need everything right away. So build one at a time, and then you will get there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, stop trying to do all the things or overthink it. I'm a big overthinker over here, so you were that sounded like me. Build everything. No, one thing. Test it, and then, kind of tweak it as you keep going along. So, if I was designing a funnel, uh, what kind of design elements, assets do you recommend when you're building out a funnel?
So actually, that is my biggest mistake before. Like I mentioned earlier, I want landing pages to look pretty, but it doesn't work like that in terms of conversion. As simple as possible will really convert. For example, as you don't need a fancy background. As much as possible, the design can breathe. White. It can be white and minimal colors. If you don't. The important thing that you need to think about is those people who will land on your page, they need to see exactly or read exactly what they they need to read.
Yep.
So if those text or those copy that you have on your landing page is so blurry because of your colored background, then how can they read those things? Words like the subtitle, like the headline, subtitles, any emphasizing words or bold, especially those people who loves scanning,
Yeah.
so as much as possible, make your funnel simple. You don't need to be a designer. You just need a simple one that people can easily read everything there, because they will not going to judge. you know People will not going to judge your design. They will going to judge what's in there. They will going um to see if what if the text there or the copy there resonates them. And and also always emphasize, always don't forget this, that the color that must be pop out or stand out is your button, because we don't want them to be like lost. Okay, where's the button, I want to sign up,
Yep.
because I saw I think a landing page that is too long, and the button is only at the top and at the bottom. So they need to scroll all the way down. So as much as possible, make it balanced.
Hmm.
So the button should be visible as much as possible and really stand out. So they don't need to go, skip scrolling just to see the button. So as much as possible, very straightforward design, clean, white, clean, white, and easy to read. Yes.
Yeah. So, with that being said, do you have design elements in your modules inside of your coaching course?
Oh, inside my course, I actually teach um a bit of Figma,
Yeah.
so that they can start wireframing, designing, or visualize what will be their funnel or landing page will look like before they put it inside Systeme.io or any funnel building platform that
Hmm.
their client is using. So yeah, but I only use Figma because most of the time clients are thinking that if you know Figma, you're a good designer. If
Yeah.
you know Sketch, Sketch, you're a good designer. You are a web designer, or anything. But actually, if you are a business owner and you're not really you're not a funnel designer, and you just want to visualize first before you go to your Systeme.io to implement everything, you can actually use Canva.
Yes.
It's much easier than then then Sketch, then Figma. So
Yep.
you can actually use Canva. There's a lot of graphics also that you can use there.
Yeah.
So you can incorporate. So let's say you're using the Systeme.io templates and you need to change the graphics there or the icons. It's just simply grab something from Figma and then you're good to go, you know?
Yep. Yep. Between Figma and Canva, you can have a whole landing page and 4 to
Mhm.
5 pages in the funnel ready to go, branding it all out. Now, also inside your course, just for anyone listening, what language do you teach it in? Do you teach it in English or is it very geared towards the people in the Philippines?
Well, yes, I actually teach in Filipino language, but I also have I also have actually a student that a one-on-one student that I coach in English. So yeah,
Okay.
I also teach in English, but not really the course, the recorded video. So it's like a one-on-one. So I also teach especially those, because I have this free community and there are foreigners, there are international, foreigners who wants to work with me, and one of the limiting belief is that I can't speak English. So I'm afraid to speak in English. So but when the time that I'm about to try, so I can say that, okay, so I can do it. I can
Yeah,
I can
you
I can
can. This
actually
is
teach in English, why I didn't translate my course into English? So maybe because the idea was really, my mission is for Filipino. So
yep.
that's why I didn't actually think to translate the course into English, because it's much easier for Filipino aspiring funnel designers to understand what I teach. So that's why, if I have a client or if I have a wannabe student want to be my student, I that is a foreigner, I actually accept them, but on a one-on-one coaching.
Okay.
So
I wanted to know just in case if anyone's listening or watching and they go, "Oh, well, I want to get in your course. I want to learn the ACDE, system. Is that right? The ACDE or your swipes method. Like what would they expect? So if anyone is English speaking only, they can get some coaching, some one-on-one with you to learn more and see more. So a as we're kinda coming near the end, kinda landing the plane, what has been the gift that entrepreneurship has given you?
okay, so I can say the gift that entrepreneurship gave me is the knowledge I gained through the years and the experiences, because when I started, I'm really, I can say it's zero. I have zero knowledge. I don't know what's working, especially on the online space. But through the years of learning new things, what's working, what's not, I actually, this is something that no one can take away from me. This is something that I can also teach to the next generation, or to teach my to teach my kids, to teach other Filipino or other people that needs my help. So this is, so the knowledge and the experiences, it's
Yes, when
so there.
no one can take that from you. You're right,
Mhm.
the knowledge and the experience. So, if you had to describe System.io in one word, what would you say?
In one word,
Mhm. Challenging,
I
I
could
know.
say it's simple.
There you go. It
It
is.
is simple. Yes. Because um by the word itself, system, you know, you will think about system, the all the things you have like the landing page, everything is in there, every business that needs to have literally the word system. you know so it's simple, very straightforward,
It's a
and
simple system.
yes, it's very simple. And if you're a beginner, you really don't need like you it will not take you one day to learn one specific feature of System.io, because aside from the tutorials that you can see all over the internet, we have this amazing community that you can ask to, and they are all alive. They are like, you can ask anything, like even if newbie questions you can
Yeah.
ask. you know
They're so
so
kind in that group.
yes, they are so kind. And don't be afraid to ask question in the community, because a lot of people will eventually gonna answer you. So if you're not gonna see answers in YouTube or internet, we have the community. It's simple as that.
Okay, so now someone is saying, okay, it's simple. I hear you. There's so much knowledge that I've gained. I'm ready. But they're waiting. They're hesitating. They're not sure how to push that button and go. What is one actionable item or piece of advice that you would give, one of your students to say, it's time to go. Let's do this.
So I could say, start simple, focus on building one solid funnel, and leverage System.io's automations from day one. There are too many entrepreneurs get caught up in creating the perfect website, multiple funnels, and complicated systems. So before thinking about that, just to focus on one clear offer, set up your funnel, and automate everything, automate your workflows or automate your follow-ups. So once that's running smoothly, you can scale, add more later, or even maybe you want to start affiliate program. So System.io makes it easy to bring everything together. So you can focus on creating your offers, serving your audience, and growing your business. The key is um, to take action, launch, and let the system work for you. That's how you turn your next big idea into real results. Just start.
Just start and keep it simple. So, Babs, as we're landing the plane right here, closing it out. If someone wants to get into your coaching program, where can they find that online?
Okay. So whether you're interested in my coaching program or my service, or anything about me, you can go to my website. That's bebshernandez.com, and everything is in there. You can also reach me on my socials. So I have also a community for funnel designers. So that's Funnel Designers PH freelancing community on Facebook. So you can also join there. Yeah.
That's excellent. Thank you. We'll try to drop the links to those website in her community down below in her socials. Babs, thank you for sitting with us this evening. I know we have a 12-hour difference, but I really appreciate you jumping on the call with me this evening.
Thank you so much, Holly.
All right. So, thank you for listening to another success story with System.io. And until next time, keep creating.